White flag is raised, dead off over 2 miles 5 furlongs in the John and Chich Fowler Memorial EBF Mares Chase. It's a grade 3 and it is Honesty the leader. A track that plays to her strengths. Leads My Design, Must Be Obeyed. At the back, Riviere de Tel de Grey, Allegory de Vassy. The race's two favourites as Honesty takes them on to fence number 2, followed by My Design, Must Be Obeyed, Riviere de Tel, Allegory de Vassy. The fence on the turn in. Honesty landed steeply. Turns in, leading Must Be Obeyed, My Design, Riviere de Tel, Allegory de Vassy. Round the bend for fences 3 and 4, taken up the home straight. In the lead is Honesty and Sean O'Keefe by a couple of lengths to Must Be Obeyed and Kieran Buckley. Then My Design, Shane Fitzgerald, Riviere de Tel, Jack Kennedy, and held up Allegory de Vassy and Paul Townend, bidding to add to their reappearance win at Clonmel in November. On to the 4th. Fence that'll be the last one next time. With the quintet tightening up a fraction, it's Honesty the leader from Must Be Obeyed on this side. Away to the inner, My Design. In between those two mares is Riviere de Tel, 5th of the 5. At fence 4, Allegory de Vassy. Heading for the winning post first time, and Honesty is joined by Must Be Obeyed as Riviere de Tel nudges into 3rd, ahead of My Design and Allegory de Vassy. Circuit of race, 11 fences left to jump. And the feature of the afternoon, the John and Chich Fowler Memorial EBF Mares Chase. Must Be Obeyed takes it up, goes on a length in front of Honesty. In 3rd, another length back, Riviere de Tel, as My Design is joined in rear by Allegory de Vassy. On now to the first of 4 away from us. It's Must Be Obeyed the leader. But only just to Honesty. Riviere de Tel landed in 3rd. In receipt of weight from the top. Allegory de Vassy relegates My Design to be last of the quintet. Jumping a ditch, Must Be Obeyed. Slow at the back and losing touch is My Design. Must Be Obeyed. Honesty 1 and 2, followed by the big 2, Riviere de Tel and Allegory de Vassy, with at the rear and adrift now is My Design. On to the last in this line. Must Be Obeyed and Honesty, little between them, tracked to the next plain fence by Riviere de Tel after the mare Riviere de Tel off into the corner of that. Is followed by Allegory de Vassy and My Design. Up they go to the halfway stage. Could run to the next 2 fences on the far side. Must Be Obeyed by 3 parts of a length to Honesty. Less than 2 lengths away in 3rd finds Riviere de Tel. Was tracked by Allegory de Vassy 4 lengths to My Design. Downhill to the 2 fences on the far side, bringing them inside the final mile. Precious little between Must Be Obeyed and Honesty, 3 parts of a length up on Riviere de Tel, 2 cleared of Allegory de Vassy, and then My Design. Over the next, heading now for their final ditch, a bad mistake by My Design, very nearly turned upside down there, but stays in the race and is now clearly detached. As it is Honesty winning back the lead from Must Be Obeyed, and then Riviere de Tel and Allegory de Vassy. Inside the final 7 furlongs with 5 fences left to jump. And the John and Chich Fowler Memorial EBF Mares Chase. Must Be Obeyed back a length in front of Honesty. Almost joined for second by Riviere de Tel. Snapping at their heels is Allegory de Vassy with 5 to jump. Almost back at the position where they started. Must Be Obeyed from Honesty, Riviere de Tel and Allegory de Vassy as they head for the next fence, which will be 4 out. Honesty and Must Be Obeyed continuing 1st and 2nd. And then Riviere de Tel, the red cap. Poised on the outside, Allegory de Vassy as these 4 tighten up. They're covered now by 2 lengths. Heading for the next fence before the straight. Riviere de Tel jumped on there at that. From Honesty, Allegory de Vassy and Must Be Obeyed starting to feel the pinch with 3 left to jump. Riviere de Tel and Jack Kennedy lead. From Allegory de Vassy and Paul Townend, and then Honesty and Sean O'Keefe going on from Must Be Obeyed and Kieran Buckley as they run round the home turn. 2 fences left to jump, and it's Riviere de Tel into the straight. By 2 lengths to Allegory de Vassy as Paul Townend wipes his goggles on Allegory de Vassy, who turns in 3 lengths behind Riviere de Tel, and then Onstey 2 to jump. Riviere de Tel up and over from Allegory de Vassy, who's now been wound up to try and close. Onstey adrift in third. 1 fence left to jump, and it is Riviere de Tel out in front from Allegory de Vassy, who's finding little, and then Onstey and coming down to the final fence in the John and Chich Fowler Memorial EBF Mares Chase. And out clear is Riviere de Tel and Jack Kennedy into the last and over. A long way clear now from Allegory de Vassy, who's run a disappointing race, and then Onstey. But it's Riviere de Tel, a very different mare going right-handed. It's back in the winning groove and some style in the John and Chich Fowler Memorial EBF Mares Chase. Another one for Jack Kennedy and Gordon Elliott. Allegory de Vassy well beaten, followed in by her stable companion Onstey in third.